Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. I don't even know if we have anyone here yet. I should have probably announced that we were having a live. I'm so bad with that part.
Yeah. What are you guys reading tonight?
It's a toss-up between Dear Santa and Up to No Good. So
Up to No Good. Have you started either one?
Cajun?
Yes.
Hi, Cajun. Hi,
I'm 15% into Up to No Good, and I'm enjoying it so far.
You are or not?
I am. I'm enjoying it. I'm about 15% into it. And Dear Santa, I'm only like 8% into it. So yeah, so both of them are pretty new, just starting.
Well, there's other people here. Okay, I was feeling like I messed up, but people are finding us. Hey, Kay.
Oh.
Hey, Jane. I read cereal boxes.
Every
Love
time.
that.
It's so
Love
cute.
it.
Up to No Good sounds adorable. I really want to try it.
So far, it's been pretty good.
But I'm saving that for my U for the ABC challenge next year. So I figured I would just wait on that one.
Gotcha.
Hi, Leanna. Face down in the marrow bone pie.
Yeah, every time I read that, I'm like, that is a really odd title.
Mm-hmm. Cajun's reading The Murder Before Christmas, the Charlie Kingsley mystery #1.
Nice.
Hey, Jillian.
Hi, Jillian.
What are you going to read, Tiffany?
I'm going to be finishing up Mistletoe, Musaka, and Murder. And then I'm also reading on audio. What did I start? Hold on. I'm not that far into it. Oh, Murphy's Slaw, which is the third book in the Alaskan Diner series.
Oh, nice. Congrats, Jillian. She's on vacation for 9 whole days.
Woo! Nice, Jillian.
Very nice.
Does anybody else feel like they're behind for their reads for December? Because I'm like,
yes.
Oh, I
feel like I'm behind for everything in life right now, but books, yes.
I know I am too, yeah.
Jillian, I'm reading The Crown by Kara Cass on audio and Still Life by Louise Penny physically.
Nice.
Very, very nice. Kay's reading An Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Let me know what you think when you're done. Oh, Jillian, yeah, how nice.
I wasn't a fan of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, but
yeah,
it's very popular.
I gave it 5 stars, but I could absolutely see how people hated it. Mm-hmm. Like, it could just, like, a couple different things, and I would have been like, yeah, this sucked. But I get it. Where are you?
Oh, sorry,
either one of you or anybody with the Tea and Read series. Are any of you continuing on with that?
I haven't yet, but I probably will since there's only like 3 of them. I mean, though it's really weird because like the picture, the one that I have, because I bought it when it was $1.99, the first one, it says a book tea shop mystery, and then when I looked online, it says a tea and read mystery. So I'm like, which is it?
Yeah.
You know, I probably will read book 2 just to see if it gets any better. But if I don't like 2 better than I liked 1, I won't read the third one.
I gotcha.
Which I don't do very often.
Yeah, no, you're not usually like that.
Nicole? There's not a whole lot of cozies that I don't like, or that are bad enough that I don't want to continue.
What are you doing, buddy?
Usually I agree with that. I mean, I am still reading it, and I'm on the 3rd one now, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm just reading it just to get it done.
Like, I think there's only been like 2 or 3, well, about 3 cozies that I've actually ever DNF'd, and it was like, I just didn't want to do that.
See if I did.
Oh, and one of them was in the series read along.
Which one was that?
I DNF'd the second one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But then I read the 3rd and 4th and the 5th one.
Okay, buddy.
And you finished the 5th, right? You said?
Yeah. Just finished it yesterday, so I was like, yes, got it finished.
Just in time.
Did you finish it?
Starting to worry. What?
Yeah.
You haven't yet?
No, I'm still reading it.
I'm guessing that's what you're reading tonight.
Yeah, I'm between both of those. In Cold Chamomile on audio in Peppermint Peril series, and then Mistletoe, Musaka, and Murder. Yeah.
Oh, ferocious.
I feel like I'm just kind of stuck on both of them right now. So yes, I feel like that's making me behind on everything else. And you know how kind of like you look at it one day and you're like, oh, it's only the 4th or 5th of the month. I've got plenty of time. And then you're like, it's the 17th and Christmas is about to be here. How am I getting this done? That's
Well, that's like with everybody's like, so are you going to be reading this book? And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm going to be reading it. And then they're like, so when and I'm like, well, next week. But then it's like, oh, wait, next week's like, it's like, I only got like a week and a half or 2 weeks. It's like, where'd it go?
I know.
I keep saying next week, but soon my next weeks aren't going to be there anymore. The month's going to be over.
Yep.
Nicole said she's reading. One I'm reading is Verse and Vengeance. One is A Little Hope, and one is Death of a Kitchen Diva. A lot of you guys like that series.
I'm going to be right back. I got to check on my dad. He had a squirrel in his room, and he was chasing it around. So,
got a what?
If you got it, a squirrel, he said, in his room.
Oh my gosh! Yes,
I'm going to see how he's doing.
Go ahead,
please. Holy moly!
Jillian said, "Yeah, it's much needed. Preparing for the end of the year has been rough." Hey, Nancy, how are you? What are you reading?
Hi, Nancy.
Oh, Sherry says it later on. Okay. Jillian, I hope you get plenty of rest and enjoy. Yes, absolutely. I'm waiting for my vacation, which is New Year's Eve till the end of the year. So,
oh,
yeah, I'm just hang on that long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nancy's listening to The Inspector and Mrs. Jeffries by Emily Brightwell. And Cajun says, "Oh, Cairo, I can never spell his name. Is all snuggly with his mama."
Yeah, you spelled it correctly. That's right on. Yeah, he since Kev left, he's been all about being right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah. You're silly.
Yeah, but now you get your bonding time with him.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Just keep each other company.
Yeah. Yep.
That's funny. I hope her Storm's dad's okay with the squirrel in there.
No, I was like, oh yeah, please go check.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious.
That's funny. So what else is going on with everybody?
I rarely get too frustrated, or I try not to, over stuff that's people are like, oh, you're a conflict avoider or whatever. And I'm like, believe me, if somebody is disrespectful to me, I will tell them. But if it's other things that's really not worth it, I'm not, because there's so many other things to worry about in life. Whether you know what I mean? I just, but today I have a friend whose dad is sick and in the hospital, and he's lives far away from her. And so her and her husband are there, but the kids are at home, which their kids are in their late teens. So they're fine by them,
Right.
But I ordered them dinner, the girls, the kids. And so I ordered through Grubhub. Never used Grubhub before in my life. Okay. I've never used it. Order food, put in my credit card. And then comes up, something's wrong with your credit card. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I call the credit card company. Really what I think is going on is they've seen charges in Illinois and Missouri and Florida, and they're thinking something's wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
No problem with your card. Everything's fine. I'm like, oh, okay. So I call Grubhub customer service, because as I'm talking to the bank, they said, well, there's 2 charges. Grubhub charged you twice. But at this point, it's still telling me there's no even order that's been processed. So I called Grubhub customer service, and they're like, well, we think that your card is suspicious, so we got to check it before we can do anything else. I'm like, does Grubhub have a security system for cards?
Right.
I have a bank that does all of that, my credit,
Right.
And she's like, well, there might be suspicious activity. I say, well, the only suspicious activity so far today is that you've charged me twice.
Right.
I still don't have food coming. That's the suspicious activity.
Right.
And I was like, I don't need Grubhub to be my security system on my card. And she's like, well, until that gets resolved, you can't order Grubhub. I was like, so you're telling me you've charged me twice. There is no food order. And all because Grubhub needs to check my suspicious activity on a card that they're not even, you don't have access to my card. If you do, that's a problem in itself. What do you mean? I was so frustrated. Oh my gosh.
You think
a woman
they would like not charge you and tell you something's wrong and they can't charge you or
Right.
something. Not charge you twice and then say they can't.
I'm like, I was frustrated.
Yeah,
with
no, that
it.
is frustrating though, because
Mhm.
you didn't even get an order. Never mind, one order. Never mind 2 times.
It's like this is the most insane thing. And then she just kept saying, "Well, suspicious activity," and I'm like, "You guys,
Right.
you guys are my suspicious activity at this point. The only people who are cheating me out of money is you." Oh gosh, I was frustrated,
At
but
least you can laugh about it now.
now I think, gosh, and I wasn't upset with her. I mean, she just works there, and I get all that. I wasn't
Right.
upset with her, but I
Yeah.
was upset at the situation. Now I think it's silly. Looking back, I'm like, really? I got that worked up over something so silly and trivial. But at the time, I really wanted to make sure the kids had dinner. I don't
Right.
know. I was just frustrated.
Well, that's the frustrating part. You were trying to do something nice and wanted to make something happen, and then you had to deal with all this just to, try to be nice.
And I don't want to have to go through like trying to fight a
Credit card.
charge,
Yeah.
on your credit card. So
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, because I've had to do that before and it's a pain. I'm like, but that was pretty much, I mean, other than work, that was the only outside of the norm thing.
Storm, how is your dad? We're concerned.
Oh, he says the squirrel is still in there somewhere, but he can't find it because it's like hiding. So I told him, I said, well, if he needs help, if it comes out, holler at me and I'll run down there and help him.
Oh my goodness.
But I don't know where it come from, but there's no telling. We've got holes in this house somewhere that we get squirrels upstairs in the like attic part or whatever, and then they chew down into like our ceiling, and we haven't patched all the holes up, so he must have got out of the cold and into our house somehow.
That's great.
Dresden was no help. I tried to send Dresden down there.
What?
He's like, no, I'll stay up here and wait. It's just we'll stay up here and wait.
No.
Yeah,
I'll just stay on the bed. It's cool.
Yeah.
I'll wait. Hey, Mel. She said she's about 2/3 through Tied in Punishment by Brie Baker, book 3 in the Seaside Cafe series. It's Christmas themed.
Excellent.
You've read that whole series, right, Tiffany?
No.
No?
I've only read the first 2.
Okay. Oh, well.
It's not, I mean, it's okay, but it's not one that I like really, really enjoy.
Okay.
Her other ones I absolutely love, but that's just not one that is, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm like, am I missing something? Because it's one that's so well liked. Like when I did that Gilmore video, I can't tell you how many people recommended that series. And I was like, maybe it's me. Which it could be. I am odd and I love my oddness. So it's okay if it is. But I was like,
That's funny. Mel said Storm Squirrel in the House of National Lampoon's Vacation. I immediately thought that too. Immediately thought that.
It's life living in the country.
I should really watch that movie. That just always makes me feel. I feel like anything Cousin Eddie makes me feel better about myself and my life.
Right?
True. It's
True.
just like it could be worse.
True.
You
I agree.
Guys want to jump in with a sprint at 15 right now?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Sounds good.
Perfect. 30 minutes.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Happy reading, everybody.
How'd you guys do? Yep.
Good. I got to 15% of Dear Santa, so
Nice. I went 12% in Cold Chamomile. I'm just not really a fan of this series that much.
which one is that? Is that the
third one in the In Peppermint Peril one?
The T and Read?
Yeah, T and Read, Book and Read, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Ah, perfect, Jillian. Cajun Red, 11%. Nice. She's in her zone.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the T and Read series, but I just didn't like that first one very well, and I haven't tried it the second one, so I don't know. But I know you have, so I thought you
Yeah,
might be a little bit better.
Honestly, I feel like I'm just reading this one just to finish the series out, just so I can cross it off the SAS list. That's all I'm doing right now. And honestly, I kind of liked, at this point, I kind of like the Kebab series better. So I'm like, all right, but I have like 19 hours left on this one on Hoopla. So I'm like, all right, let me get it done. I hate being in that type of reading, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I finished with the mistletoe, Musaka, and Murder, and all I could think about is like, oh, this is the last one.
Right. That's how I feel. Hey, Cozy.
Hi, Cozy.
Nancy read 13%. Are all of the books in the series closed room or whatever it's called? No. If you mean like they all take place, like the first one took place just in the mansion, hotel, whatever it was. It's how much I can't even remember now. No, this one is a little bit all over the place. I feel like they're just not cozy to me. They're just mysteries. That's it. There's nothing that... Maybe they tried to fool you with the like OT type of thing in books, but I don't feel that that's... They didn't make it cozy, I feel like.
It's like I showed a couple of bookshelves that my used bookstore had of cozies in the Discord, and I was like, I think what they consider cozy isn't quite exactly cozy, because they had some Walter Mosley books there, and that's the guy that does like the Easy Rollin series,
Okay,
which is from the 90s, which is like Devil in a Blue Dress and stuff like that, which they're not really cozy mysteries. They're just more like mysteries.
Yeah.
But they're older, so they consider them cozy. I think.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. Yeah, they're just saying cozy because it's older. But no. I did 14 pages. Cozy. I got to about 20% in Peppermint Peril, but I wasn't in the mood for that type of mystery. Yeah. Jillian, I read up to 64% in The Crown. Nice. Caging, great description, Lee, just mystery. Yeah, that's all I feel it is. And it's kind of like, that's okay if I wanted to read a mystery, but I went into this expecting a cozy.
Yeah, I just got bogged down with all the characters, and I couldn't. I was like, I don't know what's going on. What's going on?
I can't even tell you what's going on in this one. I really can't. I don't have any clue. I'm just like, I feel like they're all, like you said, there's so many characters. They're all over the place. In this one, we've brought back Effie's secret romance from back in the day, and it's like, why are you here? And
adding more characters.
Right. And then, but don't, like, let's not confuse it. He came here instead of the person who was scheduled to come here. So it's like, why didn't he come? Like, it's just, yeah, it's all over the place with the mystery. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just like, please end already. I'm not DNFing it when I'm this close to just crossing it off my SAS list. So we're going to push through. Cozy said, I was listening to Garage Sale Mystery number 2 by Sherry Harris.
Nice.
And she said, that's sad. The covers look so cute. And the idea, they really were. The dog is so cute. And
the covers are
the idea of like the books and the tea, like that sounds really nice and cozy, but I don't feel that it really is cozy. And
yeah, that's what all the stuff that you were saying before I was sorry, I was on the phone, but anyways, talking to Kevy. I totally agree. That's where I was at with the book. And I'm gonna try number 2 because I know you said it was better.
It is better.
But I don't normally stop reading series, so but if this one I don't enjoy more than the first one, I probably won't read the third one, and especially now what I'm hearing, but we'll see.
Also, kind of like when and I think we've all been there, like, this was better than the first one. Number 2 was better than number 1, so I gave it a number 3. But if that had been the first book and I didn't have anything to compare it to, would I have rated that a 3 or would I have rated it lower? Like, it was just an improvement over the first one, but was it really even good? So I feel like, did I rate it good when it was okay?
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. Nancy, I think if the sleuth is amateur, it's classified as a cozy. Some of the older ones are different by today's standards. Even Sue Grafton's Ivanovich are considered cozies, but put different than some today.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read those, so I will say okay. I don't know. You guys have read them, so.
I haven't read the Sue Grafton, but I've read Ivanovich, and I mean, I definitely don't consider it a cozy mystery. I mean, there are some aspects that I run parallel to cozies, but it's definitely not what you think of as a traditional cozy by any stretch of the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I was looking up the Easy Rollins, and like people have it on here as a crime noir.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't consider that a cozy.
No.
And they had it in like the cozy section.
Yeah.
And Sue Grafton, her books, she's a private investigator, I believe, right? So it depends, because there are some cozies where there's a private investigator, but most of the time when it's a private investigator, I always link it under mystery detective or something.
True. Yeah, that's true. Very good point. Cajun said that's a good point, Nancy.
I have several on my Goodreads. It says mystery crime, mystery detective, mystery cozy, and then just mystery if I don't know where I want to put it.
And I think those 3 are all different, though. I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. I used to be part of some Goodreads group where they were always like, what is the standard of what you have to make it a cozy? And I mean, some people's were things like, well, they have to have a pet and it has to be like the amateur detective. And I guess a little bit different for everybody, but I think these are straight up mystery. I don't think that they're cozies at all. Cozy said the first Stephanie Plum doesn't have cozy mystery as a tag on Goodreads. And Nancy said, but Ivanovich, if you look it up, is classified under a cozy. Because I did, because I was curious.
Well, and that's why I think, like on Goodreads, you have people will classify things differently. Like I may put whenever I read the Stephanie Plum series, I would probably put it because she's like what? Is she a bounty hunter?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would probably put it under just like maybe mystery or mystery crime or something.
I think it's because there's quirky side characters, which is kind of cozy like. There's no blood, gore, any of those things. So I think that is another reason. She is a bounty hunter, but still probably considered an amateur because she's a terrible, inept bounty hunter. That's the whole kind of, premise behind the series. Like she worked in a lingerie shop, lost her job. Her cousin owns or runs or manages a bounty hunter shop. So he gives her a job sort of thing. And then she's stuck with it and she's terrible at it. So I think that there's a lot of things that people are like, oh, well, that's kind of cozy mystery-ish. But overall, I don't I mean, I wouldn't consider this series a cozy mystery. It's definitely not hardcore. I don't even know if I consider it I just kind of consider
it's probably just one of those that I would classify under mystery because
I think I would classify it under fiction, to be honest, because I guess there's a mystery in her trying to find the bounty hunter the bounty. And sometimes there's a mystery to what is going on, but I don't know. I guess I would kind of consider it more fiction than anything.
So usually it's like those kinds that I think if it has a little bit of a mystery, then I'll put it under the mystery because I don't think it fits in detective mystery or cozy mystery or noir or detective, whatever it is. So I'll just.
Yeah, that makes sense, Storm.
I agree. I just
I've been trying to put where their settings on mine, so that when somebody's like, where's a book that's set in England, or where there's a book that's set in this,
right.
so I can go, oh, I can look. So I've been trying to remember to do that with a lot of my books. That's like when I'm revamping things, I'm trying to remember to put things like that on there.
That's true. Even Cajun said, well, even on Amazon, they can tag anything they want on Goodreads. Isn't the readers adding the tags? Yeah, I think so.
Come on.
They add them themselves. I just looked under genres, tag Goodreads, no big deal. So I should count Sue Grafton for non-cozy.
I'm going to, if I read any of them, I'm putting it on my non-cozy because I think it's just a mystery, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so too.
And Susan Graves' Home Repair is Homicide was considered cozy when it came out, but it isn't by what we mean today.
Yeah.
And Nancy, it's different on different sites. It's not the same as culinary, etc. Everyone has different interpretations, I guess. Cajun, right, Nancy?
Yeah, that's what, because when I look on the side and I see somebody put something I read as a horror, and I'm like, that wasn't even scary. I think of it more as like a mystery thriller or something. I'm like, there wasn't, but to them it might have been scary.
Or like somebody, like if you had me read it, I'd be like,
yeah, you're like,
horror. Exactly.
Right. I mean, well, if you're kind of like you just said too, if it's like kind of if you're following a detective, technically we might never see the murder, which is something we consider cozy, but we wouldn't see the murder because we're following the detective's point of view. So it's more solving the crime than us seeing ahead of time who did it.
Well, it's like the Chief Inspector Gamache. Like we talked about that before, and like how some people consider that cozy mystery, but I don't, because he is a chief inspector.
Right.
He's not an amateur or anything. So just because it's set in a small town and things like that, and you don't really see a lot of graphic violence in it, there is still a lot of cussing and stuff in it and stuff like that. So I don't consider that a cozy mystery. Yeah, I consider it mystery detective. That's what it's under in mine.
Come on, Bubba.
Yeah, no, you're right. That was another thing, like the group had said too, like a lot of cursing meant like it wasn't a cozy, like that was another part of it too. It was interesting, all the things that they thought were. I'm just trying to remember what Cozy's saying. Leanna, it doesn't have the cozy mystery tag on Goodreads, at least for the first book. The challenge rules say it has to have the cozy mystery tag on Goodreads. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baby.
And then she said,
I should probably read the challenge rules.
I know, right? It's like that would help. Cozy said, yes, Cajun, the series can get graphic. Cozy, when I first started reading, meant no blood nor gore. Yeah, exactly. Does it be tagged on Goodreads? Oh, who puts the tags there? I assume other readers put the tags there.
Where in Goodreads?
On Goodreads.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think it's because like whenever you put it, you can put your own like tags down and stuff. So like you have people will put something, they'll put paranormal witches or paranormal vampires, paranormal, so that underneath, if you look at their review, it shows all the tags. And so I figured that's how Goodreads probably just grabs them all from that and lists all the tags and stuff.
Makes sense. Yeah, cozy. I agree with you. Some edgy cozies are good. Meaning it doesn't have to be fluff all the time. Yes, I agree with you on that.
Except if you're me and you read edgy books and you want fluff in your cozies.
True.
But like Cozy, she just reads cozy, so I can see how she'd want edgier cozies.
And for that, I can also see why she likes different like genres within cozies, because that's where she's getting the difference from.
True.
Mel's breaking us up. She read 22 pages.
Nice, Mel.
Nancy, no big deal. I go by Amazon, and it isn't there either. I don't think it's really a big deal. It's all fun after all. Yep. I think that's true. As long as the rules state it has to say it on Goodreads, that's what I'm going to go with.
Yep.
But now I know I have to look for that for my. Well, I don't really have. Oh no, for the ABC challenge. Okay, so yeah, I will have to look that up.
Everybody got
everything.
The January books picked out for the scavenger hunt yet?
I don't think I do.
I don't think I do. I think I was thinking about it, but I
You
keep
know,
changing my
I
mind.
said that, and now I'm like, I don't even know if I have to go and look at. I already have my TBR made for January. Who am I? I do not know.
I do have mine made, and yes, I did pick my books. So,
But I just thought, man, I better go and look and see if I have a book that says murder in the title.
of course, you do.
All these books. I bet you I probably don't.
I am
I
really
don't.
obsessed with. I'm really obsessed with my 22 news series, so I keep changing it because every time I make a video, I'm like, "Ooh, I really want to try that one." I'll knock off, and then I've changed it so many times that I don't know. I've been focused on that.
I'm just saying, quick bye to Mel. Enjoy your family Christmas movie night. Enjoy that, and we will see you tomorrow.
Fun.
And Karen, just quickly saying hi to you too. I miss
Karen.
you.
Hi. I don't have a book that says murder on it.
You have to.
I don't. I have like 15 books on my TBR, and none of one of them have murder in the title.
Really?
I'm pretty excited that my murder one is also my X for the ABC challenge. I'm like, let me get that.
It also doesn't have any cozy mysteries, except for one.
But now you're right. Now I actually have to make sure that it does say cozy on it. Damn it.
So now I've got to go add me a.
What is it? What is it?
You're gonna try to get me to pronounce this. The Exabala Murders by Lynn Hamilton.
Okay.
Xibalba. No idea how to pronounce that. I found it on some other ABC challenge where people use that one. So
I'm doing 3 books for your Mary Poppins. So I could do just one bingo.
That's all I'm doing.
And then I have the New Beginnings readathon, and I still need to pick one book for that. But for the most part, I got
it on there. Yes,
it all there.
Yep, and you can easily find one that says murder.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, that's why I said I just looked at. I have one cozy mystery, and I think that was for the Edwardian, and it was the MC Beaton one, and it's called Snobbery with Violence. So
that's the one Hannah was talking about too.
So I was going to use that one, and so I'm like, that's the only cozy on there, and it doesn't have murder in the title. Go figure.
That's true. Yeah, it's terrible. If we consider cozy, shouldn't that be suffice? I'm going to leave it. To answer the question, just do the challenge however you want. I won't police it. There's just not genre tracking under each book on Goodreads. It's like, let's just follow the rules, guys. Come on.
Well, that's why I said I forget to read the rules sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why I said maybe I should go back and read the rules.
We're on Amazon, really. Yeah, listen, if those are the rules and that's what the rules said, that's what I'm going to look for. So,
yeah.
And now I have to go through and look at all my books and see if there's a transportation on one of them. Because I totally forgot.
I'm using for that one, apple cider slaying because
Can I use Mary Poppins? She's got an umbrella and she's flying.
Why not? That's her transportation.
Transportation.
That's the way she gets around. And honestly, apple cider slaying because it has a sleigh on the front. I'm like, that's a form of transportation.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
That's how Santa travels every year.
Exactly. Community Coffee Houses. It says they are, so I'm going to roll with them too. Need to find a murder book. Thanks. I got a journal that each page is a book, but I'm going to track one author per page. Oh, that's a good idea.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I need to start reading more books from authors that I like because, like, I'll read one book and I'm like, I really like this. I should go back and look at them. Then I never do.
Maddie Day, 2nd and 3rd Cape Cod have murder.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I get what you're. I get it. Man, you know what? Autocorrect is not nice to Nancy. I just have to say that. It's
not nice to me either. I'm always got some strange words that pop up sometimes, and it's like
if I type more than a sentence, I guarantee there's something messed up in it. After I send it, I'm like, I don't even know if they're going to be able to decipher this.
I wrote today just saying, and it came up Jill sings. I'm like, what? I'm like, who's Jill? Like, Cozy said, you need a pile of possibilities instead, Tiffany.
I know, and I have a pile of possibilities. Believe me, Cozy.
Nancy, I'm not starting Alphabet Challenge until January, which I thought was a rule. It is. We're talking about our January TBRs.
Yep.
Yeah. Cozy, don't.
I was just curious if anybody got ahead like I did, because I don't normally do.
You don't normally plan that far ahead on your TBR?
Yeah.
I was like, I have to. I'm like,
well, I have so many like buddy reads, and I wanted to make sure that books that I am going to be reading will fit into like certain things. So I'm like, I have to start ahead.
right? That's it. Like, you're trying to make everything work. And I too wanted to start the year off with trying to get my harder ABC letters out of the way. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, murder and the X. This is going to work out perfectly. Now, it would have been good if it could also, well, truthfully, I don't know if it could have worked for something for Mary Poppins. I don't know at this point in time, because I don't really know if anything would fit right now, but we'll see. Don't worry, Lee, other people don't follow the rules. Don't want to follow the cozy mystery tag genre rule. I like to follow the rules. It's a clear conscience for me, so I'm going to do it.
I agree.
Yep. Is Nancy talking about the scavenger? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, people don't want rules. Everyone, it is what it is. It's about having fun, but I want to follow it. I'm going to start Camper and Criminals. Yes.
I'm with you, Lee. Just for that's just how my mind works. Like, I'm a rule follower. People,
yeah. Or why would I even join in if I'm not going to follow the rules? Then it's like, then what's the point?
It's just I've always
challenges are supposed to have rules.
Exactly. That's why I want to challenge myself to follow that. I agree with this lately. I thought that was very like, it didn't even occur to me. I just knew I wanted to read the apple cider slang, and I was like, there's a sleigh. That is transportation. I could use it.
Is.
Well, sometimes that happens that way. It's like, oh, look, it works.
Yep.
Yeah, there was one where it was like something on the cover or whatever it was, and like there was a light in the background that was that color. I was like, oh, that worked out perfectly. Sometimes I
like I'm doing 2 like middle grade books with Sherry. And on the New Beginnings, it says, read a book from a new to you series. I was like, oh, well, Keeper of the Lost Cities. That's the first one in that series. And then I was like, it says, read a book by an author you've never read before. Well, How to Train Your Dragon, the first book on that one I haven't ever read from.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's becoming, the Lost Cities is becoming a movie. I just saw a commercial for that today. Yeah. It's Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh.
I don't remember who the woman is. And I never say his name right. Channing Tatum.
Oh, yeah.
Magic Mike. You know him.
Yeah.
I can't remember who the woman is, but it said it was for Keepers of the Lost City. I was like, oh, that's a book. So they're making it either into a movie or a TV show. I'm not 100% sure, but I did.
I'm attempting a nonfiction next month, yo. I'm just saying.
Which one?
It's 1776.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
By David McCullough.
And we're starting the Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
You're really being very, very ambitious for January.
It is very ambitious story.
You know, 1776, I'm getting the audiobook for it, so that's not so bad. But it's only 386 pages. It's not even as big as
so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've seen it around, and I've wanted to read, and it has a horse on the front, so there's transportation.
There you go. There you go. Start getting creative with it. Storm, Chocolate Chip Cookie Murder by Joanne Fluke.
Ha 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 ha. Actually, I've already read that. I looked it up. I've read I think I'm on the 3rd one. It's as far as I ever got on the.
There you go, Nancy.
That's a good series for that, Nancy.
Yeah,
that's a good series.
Yeah. For sure. You can get a lot of letters in that way.
Yeah, Campers and Criminals is a good one. And then that one by Harper Lynn that has the different letters in it. And they're short, and it's good for that.
Yeah, they were all triple letters for that too. I'll follow the rules. Yes. Let's all be rule followers. X can also be anywhere in the title, yes. I was very proud that I found it as the first letter after the. So.
Yeah, because, that's surprising.
Yeah. That's a hard one, so.
Yeah, everybody likes The Count, and so I'm hoping that we like it too.
It sounds like it's an excellent book. It really does.
And Nancy, I'm doing like you did. I broke it down because Lee's like, there's so many pages. And I was like, if we read 40 to 45 pages a day, we can get it finished by the end of the month.
Yeah, you made it so attainable. I'm like, all right, I can do this. Because it was just I'm like, this is 52 hours. I'm like.
And I was like, if you read, it said, I kind of broke it down. If you read or listen to 1.6 to 2 hours a day, you'll get it finished by the end of the
and I'm like, oh, that's pretty doable. If I figure 30 minutes to work, 30 minutes back, there's my hour right there.
Yeah.
And then,
and then a little bit when you get home. And
yeah, exactly. That's pretty attainable if I'm not, and I plan on doing both reading and listening to that one. I just find getting into some classics that'll be.
I've started that book before and then I just got sidetracked, but I enjoyed what I was listening to of it. So I'm pretty sure I'll like it. Now I've got to focus because I've got people reading it with me. And so I won't get distracted.
I read it in high school and I really liked it.
Yeah. I didn't read that one, but I'm like.
And one of the books that I got from the used bookstore was The Three Musketeers by the same author.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. I was just asking for clarification on where the tags come. Oh, okay. I'm not mad at anybody about it. I'm just like, I want to follow. I only want to follow the rules because that to me is the challenge part of it. Yeah. That's all. That's all. And yes, I'm glad. And I'm glad that we did classify because now I know what I didn't even realize that it should say cozy. So now I'm glad that I did look. And it doesn't matter. We're all gonna complete our challenge anyway. So we're good.
Yeah, that is true though. It all has murder in the title if we get that.
That's true. That's true.
There you go,
I won't be
Storm.
using that, but you guys are good.
There you go, Storm. I'm hoping that you choose a Hannah Swinson book.
Have you've never read any of them, Storm?
I've read 2.
Oh, okay.
That is Storm's challenge.
I think I'm on Blueberry
Murder.
Something.
The murder book has to be a Hannah Swinson.
I don't hold you to that challenge.
Thank you.
I don't either.
I don't at all.
I don't get to just make up challenges. Although I wish I could. Tomorrow on my channel, you get a challenge.
Blueberry Muffin Murders. That's where I'm at. Blueberry Muffin Murders.
Okay. I never meant to imply. We're all doing it. Book time with Ryan. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
What are you reading?
Oh yes, please tell us what you're reading tonight.
Cozy. I'm using X Marks the Spot. It's a book further in the Lisa McCrimmon series.
That's the series. That's definitely a series I'm starting in 2022. I can't wait.
I feel like every book somebody has said is on your 2022 reading list.
No. Well, first of all, I've changed it 20 times. So it could be, but this one has always been on there and it's still on there.
Okay.
It was on there from the beginning. It's the Scotland series.
Okay.
And it's one that was on there from the beginning. It has not changed, but it is safe to say you can probably say that and point the finger and make fun of me about it because it's true. I've changed it when you've changed your list 80 times. And it has
when are you gonna have your final list made?
Oh, don't
January 1st? You're not even sure. You're not even sure. It's so funny. Neither did I. Only 30 to 40 pages, and I'm on my 12th classics since April when I started. It works.
Okay.
Wow. Well, we're going to be using your plan for 2022. I just read Doctors and Friends, and it's the first time I shed some tears reading a book. Well, now I need to see what this is about.
Doctors and Friends. I don't know.
Well, it probably already sounds sad because I'm thinking somebody dies because that's why the doctor's there.
Oh, yeah. While she's looking that up, Cozy said, sorry, guys. I just thought you were giving me a hard time. If you can prove it's a Cozy, that's fine. We got you, Cozy. We're all good.
Oh yeah, no. We're not reading this.
You know, I really realized I'm starting my January out so well with my SAS list because, like,
Rue.
any of the ones that I have listed on there, I haven't even put any of those books in
Rue.
January.
Here, buddy. Oh, buddy.
I feel like I'm already preparing for January. It's like you need to finish up December. You need to like get these books done here. But Doctors and Friends is, I'm just going to throw out some keywords here. Medical school, fast spreading virus, personal loss, OBGYN, child of her own, expecting a baby, disease engulfs the city, CDC. No, it just sounds sad.
That's just an all around sad book.
Yeah, it just sounds sad. No, I don't want to do that. No. Am I the only person also that when you're trying to click on a book, you click too fast and the ad pops up instead? I'm so tired of looking at Diary of a Wimpy Kid all the time. I'm like, this is annoying.
Yes.
I'm like, it's not just me, please.
So book time with Ryan, just because you've cried doesn't mean you enjoyed it. So then my next question would be is if you enjoyed it. I am with Lee. I wouldn't read something like that just because I that feels like a news story to me, and I kind of read to get away from some of those things.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I hope you enjoyed it.
Tiffany, don't get your hopes up too high. Kilt Dead isn't super Scottish. She's just getting back to town in book 1.
Oh my gosh. Well, if you're Kairu, don't lick the laptop. We don't lick the laptop. Oh, silly boy. You're a silly boy. An ER doc. It's about. Oh, okay.
He or she, I'm not sure. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm not sure if you're a guy or a girl. Please let me know. Woman, man. However, I know guys and I know women and men both named Ryan. That's why I'm asking. It's not doom. It has some hard moments. Yes, it does sound like it.
Huh. I found my murder book.
Did you?
Yes.
Is it Hannah Swenson?
Swenson.
No. No, but like I said, I was looking, like I didn't put any of my like series that I want to continue in from my SAS list on there. And so I looked up the next Gaslight one from Victoria Thompson, and it's Murder in Chelsea. So
I thought Lee was drinking Jack Daniels straight out of the bottle.
I think you've said this to me before with this
bottle. It looks like a Jack Daniels bottle. I was like, what?
Guys are stressing me out. I mean,
it's Friday. I don't like it. Whatever you do, you.
No,
I'm not judging if it is. It's not like, dang.
That tea is that?
It's sweet tea, which I know is like not a thing here, but it is in the South. And I'm like, well, this is my non-Southern side because I only drink sweet tea. So,
I drink unsweet tea.
Yeah, that's a big thing here. Like, if you ask for like sugar with your iced tea, they're like, what? And I'm like, no, I have to. Or even like when people, I don't know if you guys see everybody doing like their Advent tea calendars right now. And
yeah, I've seen a lot
this
of
tastes
that.
horrible. I'm like, add sugar. It's fine. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, that's your mistake. You're not putting sugar in it.
Stop licking things.
Tiffany, you and Cozy still need to have a meeting about what series are on audiobook for you.
We really, really do, Cozy. Thank you.
Sounds like Reality League. Don't want to read anything like that. Yeah, I mean, it was written before COVID, but still sad. I gave it 5 stars.
Excellent. Nice, friend. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Cozy. And if you get a Kindle Paperweight, I'm sure you'll be able to read more ebooks a month. I feel like Cozy's pushing the paperweight on you like you were when you were talking about your December 8th video, and you're like, and you can watch them on December 8th. That's what I feel like she does to you for the paperweight.
True.
Oh, well, I'm doing most audio now myself. I'm surprised at myself, but I love doing both together when I can. I just think for classics, because I do struggle with that, I think it's a little bit easier to go back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have it's a big hefty Count of Monte Cristo book. It's one of the short ones, like really super small. Like, but I have it, and so I'm like, I'm going to listen to the audiobook and like read.
Yeah, that's
because do that. When I tried to read it, it's got a lot of French words, and a lot of French stuff in it. So I'm like, yeah, it'd probably be better if I listen to that.
Get the pronunciations right. The book I cried the hardest was What Dreams May Come.
Is that a movie?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Ryan, for clarifying. I don't want to insult anyone. Cozy, Tiffany, I gave Killed Dead 5 stars and I loved it, but I don't know what you're expecting from book 1. I'm starting book 2 next.
Excellent.
The book was written before COVID, and it was pretty awesome. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Love the cozy thumbnail Friday night hangout. Hey, Lady Jane, how are you?
It's good to see you. Tell us what you're reading, where you're from, what you like, dislikes.
She keeps her location a secret. United States.
You
That's
like
all
to
we
read.
know. Yeah. And she reads a lot of stuff, but she likes the darker horror kind of stuff.
Yeah, she likes a lot of horror stuff.
Yeah.
We probably don't have a lot.
Yeah,
of
you and Tiffany, you probably have nothing in common when it comes to books.
She likes to read thrillers and mysteries and thrillers, but I don't know if she's ever read cozy mysteries.
Have you read a cozy mystery? Hold on. Hold the gates. Have you read a cozy mystery, Lady Jane? Okay.
We'll see.
So proceed.
That's good tea too. Thank you, Cage, and I like this one. I get choked up quite frequently when reading. I was teary with The House on the Cerulean Sea. Yes, I was too.
I used to not be that way, but I don't know. Like this year, it seems like every time I watch something, I'm like, just like, stop it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty. I get emotional over like a lot.
Reading this stupid Dear Santa is like, stop it.
Yes, for sure. For sure. Ryan's asking, where are you guys from?
I'm from Illinois. I live in Florida currently. I moved here in 2019.
Missouri.
New Jersey.
Where are you from? Oh, hey, only because we're talking about where we're from, I wanted to show Lee this. So I already told her my USA Snacks box came in, and it's New Jersey.
Nice. I'm so excited to see what your snacks are going to be.
I thought it had a cool postcard. Have you ever heard of these? So the companies that they're spotlighting are Joe T.
Nope.
It's cute. It has one of the old trucks that Storm likes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice.
Maybe if I can. It may not look like it here, but it is like an old pickup truck. And then the original Fudge Kitchen.
No.
And Elements Truffles.
Nope.
I haven't actually looked through the box because I like it to be a surprise. Cape May, is that where Kebab Kitchen's supposed to take place? I know Ocean Crest, but in that Cape May, don't they refer to that?
They refer to that, but actually Ocean Crest is in Wildwood, New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm really excited.
It's not that close, but it's 45 minutes.
I'm really excited to see what you think of the snacks and see if they're.
I'm so curious what you have.
New Jersey, and then Sherry. I think she's at work, but I'm backed up. I have 2 months worth of USA Snacks.
Oh wow.
And the other one is Wisconsin.
Nice. I'm curious.
Where are you at in Florida, Lisa? Unless you don't want to tell. It's okay. Never mind. That's a silly.
Sweet tea all the way. Yes, I agree. I use the audio at the same time as reading, so much easier on my eyes. That's true too. What Dreams May Come started rough. Jeez. I don't want to even know about that one.
Ooh, a comic.
Comic next. Which one?
I do have that.
I like tea with a little sweetness. I've tried some sweet tea, but it tastes like pure sugar. And even though this one is sweet tea, there's actually one in this brand that is like extra sweet. So I think that one's too much. Have any of you read John Le Carre? I have not.
I have not.
Have you, Storm?
No, don't even know who that is. No.
Okay. Ryan's near DC.
Oh, nice.
I have read Cozy Mysteries. The Beryl and Edwina series is my favorite. I have enough room in my reading heart for scary horror and cozies.
Aw, Lady Jane, you and I are gonna be friends.
I was trying to. I swear I have the first one in that series she's talking about. It's murder. It's the Beryl and Edwina. It's Murder in an English Village, and I know I have that. That's why I was been looking all over.
And that can cover your England, and that can cover murder for you. Come on, Storm.
Yeah.
That's covering all your bases.
Lady Jane, I try not to be discriminatory, so scary horror, my heart has room for it, but my sleeping arrangement does not, meaning I won't sleep. And I like sleep, so I don't read them. I am the biggest scaredy cat. I've labeled myself. It's okay to refer to me that way. But yes, I'm glad that you've read some cozies. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Yay, Nancy.
Nancy, I'm from Massachusetts, but living in Florida the last 20 years. Ryan, I've read Lucar years ago.
Nice.
New Lucar came out in October. And Lisa said she's in the Tampa area. And if I believe that's sort of near you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the Tampa area too. Well, it depends on what you consider the Tampa area, I guess.
I feel like what I know of the Tampa area, that's still pretty large because people always be like, oh, that's St. Pete's and other things in there too.
Exactly.
So you can throw a lot in there. Cozy, I'm going to attempt to cook dinner soon. Chicken and dumplings.
Yum.
Delicious. I haven't cooked in about a week from being sick. Been living on toast and canned soup. I'm glad that you are getting
feeling better.
Yeah, just getting
Everybody I know is sick. It's like, man.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to be not for everyone, and that's okay.
True. I know, Storm, I had to be in some interviews today for new counselor hires, and this girl was clearly sick. And I know you don't want to miss a interview, but I'm like,
right now in this day and age, I think if you say, I'm really sick and I probably shouldn't come to this interview, maybe they'd schedule a different or something.
Right.
Or, now we have the power of Zoom.
I would have at least called and got my options, I think.
Yeah, because I mean, like you said, just everybody was paranoid and everybody was more focused on whether they were going to get sick than probably it was just really oh my goodness.
You guys want to do another sprint at 30?
Sure. Yes. Sounds good.
Cajun loves chicken and dumplings.
Me too, Cajun.
Dumplings or southern dumplings.
Yes.
St. Pete's counts as Tampa area. Yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cajun, I'm making them from Bisquick, just how I know how to do it. Whatever works for you. Plus, you're not feeling good, so not time to try something new.
It sounds delicious, Cozy.
Mm-hmm. If you're feeling better. The worst part has been extreme body aches and chills. My husband had it way worse than I did.
Oh, on his vacation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's horrible. It's always horrible. Even worse whenever it's on vacation time.
Mm-hmm. You're like, can it be during regular time? Leanna, some horror I only read in daylight. Thanks, Nancy, for getting there. I made moussaka tonight.
Oh, yeah, you said you were going to.
And they really liked it.
Nice, Nancy.
I've used squashed down canned biscuit before to make them. As long as they taste good, that's what matters.
Absolutely.
I agree. Whatever works.
I ate some. I've never tried it before, but that gnocchi, and stuff. Those little they kind of remind me of dumplings. That's why.
Yeah,
like little baby ones, right?
Yeah, they taste a lot like them.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, those are
good.
Yeah.
Ooh, so sprinting at 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
For 30 minutes. Excellent. I think I might be able to finish Mistletoe, Moussaka, and Murder.
You can do it
during this sprint.
You guys are making me jealous. These are both done already.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you do know it's tomorrow, right?
No, it's not tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's why I finished. That's why I had to finish
it. When you said that, I was like, "What do you? I like.
Why am I
already? It's tomorrow.
Why am I weeks behind?
Because it's December and this is what happens in December. That's why I was like, I feel like I'm so behind on my books because it's the 17th and I've read 8, and I'm like, what?
You're close to being done though, aren't you, Lee? You were pretty far into it the other day.
No, nowhere. I'm about to start skimming. Who cares about what Azad is making? We need to move on here. We really need to move on.
I thought you were pretty far the other day.
I'm not even halfway through it.
Oh.
We're about to start skimming. Challenge coming up. Challenge accepted.
Yeah, and if you don't get finished, it's not
still
the end of the world. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
if
for
you
fun.
don't get finished, just skip to the end and find out who the killer
Wait,
is.
like, here's the thing.
I mean,
I don't care who the killer is. I don't even really care if these two get married.
Yeah.
I mean, if you, yeah, it's not a big deal if you don't finish. I mean, I will put you in timeout for a few minutes just to.
That's fine. The twist will be for me if Michael finds a nice girl and settles down. That will be the big
Aw.
twist for me. Because that's really what I want for Michael.
There's Sherry. I was just talking about you.
Hello.
Hey.
Well, you're
Is
just
your
in time
nose
for,
or is your nose itching or your ears ringing? I don't know what that actually is like when someone's talking. I was just saying I had the USA snacks box for Wisconsin, so I can't wait to do that one. I was saying it because I got another one today. I backed up too, and I'm gonna do one of them this weekend. And then I got New Jersey, so I was telling Lee.
yeah.
So I'm excited.
What you reading, Sherry?
And you're just in time for a reading sprint because we're starting right now.
Yeah, tell us what you're reading.
Mm-hmm. I haven't finished either. Thank you. It's not just me, but I'll be the only one that gets put in timeout. Don't worry. Right.
Yes, I'm so hard with the timeout key.
Uh-huh. All right,
Sherry,
you guys
I hope you're doing well.
Me too. All right, Tiffany, take it away.
Oh, happy reading, everyone.
How'd you guys do?
Excellent. I think I'm about maybe 10, 15 minutes away from finishing.
Nice.
Yay. I got to 20% on Dear Santa, so.
Nice. I got
Excellent.
57 pages done.
Oh, good.
A lot of skimming going on. And I'm just thinking, like, we really needed to spend like 7-8 pages discussing the outfits they were going to put on to take their Christmas photo. I'm like, no, this is stupid. Let's move on. Are you liking Dear Santa?
Yeah.
I'm excited to read that one too.
Okay, you haven't read that one yet. I haven't finished either. Sherry, good to see you. My nose was actually itching. I'm listening to Riptide by Douglas Preston, Lincoln Child. I'm well, tired. You? Oh, thank you, but tired. So see, she did have some sense that you were talking about her.
See?
Nicole, I'm 19% into Verse and Vengeance.
I think that's the Amanda Flower bookshop, right? I think it is.
I believe so. Lisa, hey, just hopping on to say goodnight. I'm sure she's gone already, but good night.
Hello and good night if you're still here.
Sherry,
Nice,
5% of her book. Cajun, 14%.
Nice, Cajun.
And Cozy's at 46% of audiobook. Very, very nice. Very nice.
Excellent.
Leanna, 15 pages. Nice.
Great sprint.
It was a very good sprint. I really can't believe I'm that behind on. I'm like such a week off of books. I'm like.
Next week's the Christmas or holiday themed book, right?
No.
We're extending it to January.
Oh, it's going to be okay. Yeah, because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
I can't believe Christmas is next.
I know. I keep thinking there's like an extra week between everything, and I'm like, no, that was this week. Like somebody was like, you want to exchange gifts this weekend? I'm like, why so early? They're like, next weekend is Christmas. I'm like, it really is.
Yeah.
Nancy got 33% of the Inspector and Mrs. Jeffries done.
Excellent, Nancy. Yeah, I'm off Thursday and Friday of next week.
Nice.
So
Cool.
I'm probably gonna be bored more than anything. I hate being off work. I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, I enjoy the time off, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's going to be even more boring because you're by yourself there. So.
Yeah. If I have something to do, like if I'm going on vacation, it's one thing. Like, you know, but just the, like, I'd rather be at work. I love my job for the most part, unless I'm being told off or something, you know, something like that. And even then, like, I just have to realize that these people are in a, you know, crisis most of the time. So
yeah, true. Yeah. Cozy said there will be 3 scavenger hunt discussions in January.
Okay.
Yep. Oh my gosh, I don't like this one because it has a bell on it. So, and I'm a nodder.
It's
like when I'm listening, and it's like driving. Okay.
I thought it was like a chain on Cairo that was jiggling.
No.
The bell.
Yes.
Yeah.
I might clip. Maybe I can clip this bell off. Oh, look at that. Oh no, there's still more. Nope.
No, quiet.
Yeah.
I pulled it off.
Down here. There you go. Problem solved.
It was just one little bell, little itty bitty thing, and I'm like, oh, it's driving me crazy. Okay.
How many of those do you have?
A lot.
Good question.
A lot. Since I'm not allowed to like fully dress up in costume, I am allowed to wear headbands.
Hair accessory.
And this is a headband.
There you go.
There you go.
We had
and your colleagues go.
Right? You know what? They expect it now. You know, they're just like, oh, it's Stephanie.
Yeah, like if you didn't, they would be like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
We had a lady like that. She had short hair at work, and she always wore a Santa hat to keep her head warm from like the air conditioning and stuff like that. So she was just like known as like the year-round Santa. So she wore it all the time.
And the kids just like, if I don't, it's so funny because when I tell a joke, they roll their eyes. They're like, "Oh, Miss Tiffany," because you know. But then when I don't, they're like, because they still come into the office, but I just don't necessarily see them. And so unless they'll come and knock on my office door and they're like, you didn't tell a joke. I'm like, oh, so now you want my joke, do you? For knocking on my door, you get 2.
That's why they come knock. You bring them a little bit of happiness. Cozy said, Tiffany, so let's try for next Thursday for our meeting about audiobooks. She's trying to pinpoint you down.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. Since you are helping me, I am at your disposal. Thank you very much.
Now
And it will give you something to do.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And now Cozy proposed a time so we can lock her down.
Yeah.
Leanna, I really appreciate this group. No one does horrible hissy fits over someone not finishing a book.
Until tomorrow.
Until tomorrow.
You never know. I could have it done by then.
I'm like, I talk a big game for someone who's never blocked somebody, nor would I ever block somebody over a book. But I like to give her a hard time.
I can take it. It's okay.
I mean, it's all hogwash, so I assume that makes it easier.
She has a real threat behind it, so
Right.
Nancy, we still have to finish decorating our tree. So late this year, but we'll keep it up for a long time too. Way past Epiphany. LOL. Nice. I have a girl at my job, the one that sits next to me. She keeps her tree up until the day before Valentine's Day.
Wow.
I'm like,
I was thinking about keeping my tree up, especially since I'm the only one here, and decorating it with different stuff throughout the year.
I told you I have a lady who has a tabletop one, and she decorates it throughout the whole year with different stuff on it. So
yeah, my grandma, her clubhouse. Gosh, I couldn't think of the word. They keep a tree up all year, but it's white, and they have it decorated with flamingos, and then the topper is a pineapple.
That's really cute. That's really cute. Today, my old manager, or yesterday, she brought in a tree, and we have like this mean, I'm going to just use the word mean lady at our job, who's adamant against, you cannot have anything blue for Christmas. She just doesn't like it. No one should do it. So the girl brought in, her name's Ambi. She brought in her tree, like a little tree next to her desk, and it's like blue turquoise color. I was like, uh-oh, somebody's going to get mad. But I thought it looked really cute. It was like almost had like the metallic needles on it. Like it's a fake. It just had like the metallic blue needles. I thought it looked really pretty. So
I would probably be that person that brought it in just because the other person doesn't like
when we used to sit next to each other, I always used to change my screensaver to like some like blue ornaments for Christmas, just like so she'd be annoyed when she walked by. But it's like she's like, it's Christmas. Like, why are you like pooping on my, holiday over here?
I like the white trees with blue lights. I think that's pretty.
Yeah, that's really pretty, right? I like that.
Yeah. I do too. I think it's pretty.
Yeah, just let everybody do whatever they want to do.
I mean, yeah, I'm for, whatever you like, do that.
Yeah, exactly.
In all aspects of life.
Right. It's not hurting anyone. Leanna, I agree. I think there should be no pressure. I DNF'd the series after 3 books. I'm not. Oh, you're talking about
the one that we're trying to get through.
Well, you can sit in the timeout corner with Lee and think about what you've done.
However, Cozy holds the real power. So, what are you going to do?
Absolutely.
I love Epiphany. I think it's going to be hard to choose a series for our next reading. Yes, I agree with you. Sherry, I'm thinking I might have been spot on about the series since I DNF'd the first book.
Is it going to be hard because you want to read all of the series, or?
Wait. Sherry, is she talking about the Kebab Kitchen?
Yes.
Yeah,
she DNF'd the first book.
Yeah, she's not read any of them since the DNF.
It was like she DNF'd. She's like, I'm not doing this. Laughing. Leanna, blue and white trees were Hanukkah bushes. Exactly. And here's the thing. I work for Jewish people, like a Jewish family. So I thought it was a nice way to, and like they're cool about Christmas and everything with us. Like, I get a Christmas gift every year. They say Merry Christmas. Like, we're all about mixing the holidays and just being happy during the season. So I'm like, why can't we just have blue and white and incorporate it for them too? Like,
yeah, I did not know that blue and white was on the Hanukkah thing. I just think it's pretty.
Yeah, that's what I said. I just like that. I don't have anything against red or green. I just like blue. That's it. Nancy, I just love
Thank
looking at the
you.
lights. I knew
Mhm.
someone who used to put up a screen around their decorated tree to keep it in the corner and just look through the screen down. She was kind of made fun of, though. Whatever works for them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
That's what I was thinking at Leanna. Yeah, I like blue. So Cozy said, no Storm. Hard because I don't want to read a long series and we need to pick one that's completed to our knowledge. I would prefer a trilogy, but I don't know how everyone else feels. Well, if we're taking a vote right now, I prefer a trilogy as well.
Trilogy's fine, yeah.
I prefer a trilogy that's already done and that's on audio and ebook, print, however else you guys want to do it. I'm along for that. So
I definitely want there to be an all format option so everybody can do exactly how they want to read it, whether that be
Yeah.
physical, ebook, or
I think
audio. It's
that
just
is
would
the harder
focus
thing
on,
for
but-
me is I think of something I want, but then I look and it's not on audiobook or something. I'm like, oh.
right.
But yeah, and I'm fine with trilogy, but I'm fine with longer. I don't want it to be longer than 5 though. I think
Yeah.
5 is probably my max. I don't want to commit to anything longer than that, but I think a trilogy would probably be the
I think trilogies is cool because then we could do like more than one, you know, and stuff. And
Yeah. Everybody seems to be good with trilogy so far. Everybody that's mentioned it right now. So, and I like things.
we're the ones that matter. Oh, no.
Yeah. So, what are your guys' suggestions for that?
Well, now we got to figure out which series is only a trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
because see,
how-
I would like say that the Tonya Kappa's Spells and Spies series, just because it's like really cute and funny, and I haven't read it in forever, so I could reread it, but I don't think it's on audio.
Yeah, that's like I don't know if that's the hard part, but
I don't know if it's on audio or what versions, but I think both of the Kylie Logan Ethnic Eats and the Chili Cook-Off one are trilogies. I mean, they would be rereads for me, but I'm just trying to think of series that are finished that are 3 books.
Cozy said there's only a few trilogies on audiobook. I have a few I can think of. Okay. So, I mean, like, we kind of need to make a decision about this. I mean, I'm not trying to jump in and take charge. I'm just talking. Don't we need to kind of make a decision about this? Well, when are we going to start it? February?
Yeah, we're going to start in February. We're going to take a month off.
So I think we should have the book decide. I don't want to keep saying I think. I mean, it's not my book club. I'm just talking out loud with you guys.
Well, we all think that we need to have it done.
Right, for sure.
What were the trilogies that you were thinking of, Cozy?
So Kylie Logan's aren't on audio.
Yeah,
Dang.
no food ones either.
And no food ones either.
Oh yeah, okay.
And that you said the chili one, and I forget the other one.
Ethnic Eats is also. I seriously was just throwing out books.
Okay, just said, oh, I got The First Campers and Criminals today. It was on sale for 99 cents.
Awesome.
I'm so glad you guys are going to all like be reading this series coming up because there's a part I mean, it's further down in it, but I want to talk to some people about it. And I'm like,
Yeah, I've read the first one. It's one of those that like I read the first one, and that's as far as I got.
Right. And you stopped right there.
Yeah. And I stopped.
I feel like I don't really want to suggest anything because you guys have read a lot more cozies than I have. So I feel like anything I would pick, you guys have probably already read. So.
I feel like also, gosh, so many of them are food.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Dangerous Type by Paige Shelton. Psychopath by Duffy Brown. I've actually read that whole series. And Pen and Ink by Krista Davis. Not sure if it's completed.
I've read the Dangerous Type ones by Paige Shelton.
Yeah, I'm surprised I read the Psychopath. I'm like, wow.
I thought you said psychopath, and I'm like, that does not sound like a cozy.
When she said that, I was looking at something else, so I didn't have the screen up. I was like looking over on Goodreads, and I was like, "What did she say?"
Psychopath.
Yeah, I was like, "What?"
Psycho.
It's like the odds of me reading that are nil, as in none.
Right. Leanna said, I totally lost track of what we're doing in January. I have it written down somewhere.
So the first week in January is the carryover. So it's going to be the Christmas or holiday theme.
Yes.
And then the second week will be the first pick, which was
is
what? Murder.
I think.
Murder in the title.
And then the third week will be general. It'll be not just a chat and reading sprint. And then the fourth week will be the second pick, which I don't remember what that is off the top of my head. I have it written down, but
the transportation one.
Yes, transportation.
Good call, Storm. The transportation, and then the fifth one. If we don't take the week off, just because there's 5 Saturdays in January. If we don't take the week off, it would be another general.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't know the exact dates, but
I've read the first Enchanted Garden one. Yes, I didn't read the others.
Enchanted Garden. I don't know it, but if you guys want to do that, I'm cool with that. Sherry Lee, does Honey Roasted come out next month? Yes, it does, and I'm so excited for that one. So excited. That's the newest one in the Coffee House series. Scott Shop by Fran Stewart.
Yep, I've read that one too.
Silver Six Crafting by Nancy Haddock. You've read Dangerous Type series, Storm. It was my first choice. Did you like it?
I did like it. From what I can remember, it feels like it's been a while, but yeah, I liked it.
Those are the only trilogies on audiobook I can think of right now. Anyone else?
I'm just kind of looking through all my notes right now that I have. But yeah, throw out ideas.
You can read the synopsis of some of these if you want, Lee. Thank you for assigning me a task because I like to have something. I say that sarcastically, but I do like having like something to do. I'm like, I don't want to just sit here.
Yeah. Gosh, all of these are food. I am doing a live on Christmas. I don't know a time because I'll be going to my aunt and uncle's in the mid-afternoon, but I'm only over there for a couple hours because I take my Mima and, she doesn't want to stay for a real long time. She gets tired. So I can't exactly say a time, but I'll definitely be sprinting on Christmas. And I might sprint on Christmas Eve because I have nothing to do. And I don't want to be by myself. So at least if I'm on here, and if you guys are busy, whoever's busy, I completely understand. Don't feel like you have to, but I'm just going to do it. So I have something to keep me occupied since,
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, on Christmas Eve, I have my my dinner with the family, but it's at 2:00. So, it's not like I'm going to be there all night. So,
yeah, come sprint with me, Storm.
There you go. Yeah. All right, I'm going to start with the Scott Shop first. This takes place in Vermont. Isn't the most likely place for bagpipes and tartan, but at Peggy's Wynn's Scott Shop, business is booming. While on a transatlantic hunt for some authentic wares to sell at her shop, Peggy is looking to forget her troubles by digging through the hidden treasures of the Scottish Highlands. With so many enchanting items on sale, Peggy can't resist buying a beautiful old tartan shawl. But once she wraps it around her shoulders, she discovers that her purchase comes with a hidden fee, the specter of a 14th century Scotman. Unsure if her Highland fling was real or a product of an overactive imagination, Peggy returns home to Vermont, only to find the dead body of her ex-boyfriend on the floor of her shop. When the police chief arrests Peggy's cousin based on some incriminating evidence, Peggy decides to ask her haunting Scottish companion to help figure out who really committed the crime before anyone else gets killed.
I like that series.
That's an option.
It sounds good. I think it sounds funny with the spectrum and all that.
I think I listened to that one whenever it was.
And there's 3 on that one.
It was one of those that I kept looking back, wishing that there was going to be another one because I like that series.
Oh, you've done that. Oh, man. Okay.
Silver Six Crafting Mystery. First one is called Basket Case. There isn't much crime in Lilyville, Arkansas, but local authorities have their hands full with Miss Sherry May Stanton Cutler and her housemates, a crafty group of retirees who've dubbed themselves the Silver Six. But when Sherry May's niece Nixie arrives to keep them in line, Lily Vale also plays host to a killer. When Leslie Stanton, Nixie Nix, gets her latest call from Lilyvale detective Eric Shore, she knows it means trouble. There's been another kitchen explosion at her Aunt Sherry's farmhouse, and the dreamy voice detective has had enough. If Nixie doesn't check on her aunt in person, the Silver Six could become wards of the court. But the trouble Nixie finds in Lilyvale is not what she's expecting. The seniors are hosting a folk art festival at the farmhouse featuring Sherry's hand-woven baskets when land developer Jill Elsman arrives to bully Nixie's aunt and to sell the property. When Jill is later found dead in the cemetery, Sherry is suspected of weaving a murder plot, and it's up to Nixie and the Silver Six to untangle the truth. Recipes and crafting tips included.
That's one that's on my to start for next year.
Oh, are you kidding, Tiffany? A book on your series for next year? Amazing.
I know, but I wanted to do it for the craft read, and then we said we might do it for this, so I put it on the next year.
Yeah, that is.
I'm going to start it. I am so sorry, but I have to run to the restroom, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm going to catch up on some other comments in the meanwhile.
I see you guys talking about Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I'm hoping that also gives other people, like you said, something to do. If you don't have anything to do, perfect timing. Yeah. I love that. I'll be right back.
Okay. Sherry said, I hope I won't have too much trouble getting it since we'll be reading it together. Nancy, okay, good to know. I might be doing church on Christmas Eve, but I'll try. Christmas, I'm okay in the afternoon. After afternoon. Okay, I am bored on Christmas Eve. Tum. Leanna, I have nothing on Christmas Eve nor Christmas. Thank you. Okay. Me, just me. About you? Me too, just me and my son. I'll be reading throughout Christmas Eve and day. Sherry loves anything Scottish. Leanna just ordered Kilt Dead.
Nancy, yeah, I like mostly everything Scottish too, which is why I've already read that series.
Nancy's saying good night. She'll see us tomorrow. Whatever we decide is fine. Have a good night, Nancy. See you tomorrow. Cajun, love that series. At Leanna, it gets better the more it goes on. Cozy. If a lot of people haven't read A Magic Potion Trilogy by Heather Blake, I wouldn't mind rereading that either. And Cajun said Silver Six is on my TBR for next year too.
Yay, Cajun!
So it sounds like these are all up in the air, whatever you guys want to do. You haven't already read this Silver Six? Oh, no, that was one you said you were going to do and then didn't. Tiffany?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to start it for the craft pick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with any of the. I mean, I don't want you guys to kind of have to reread something, but I'll do whatever any of those that you guys want to do.
Yeah, I'm just continuing. I'm just still
the two that I've read. It's been like forever ago since I read them, so I probably don't remember a whole lot anyway. So. Found that out rereading some of the first books and series that I read.
Like, I don't remember this one at all.
I couldn't even remember who the killer was. So
I keep thinking, oh, that's a trilogy. That's a good one. And then it's a food one. Not that I want to read the food one. It's just that.
Yeah. Well, I have some but they're not on audiobook. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, Storm. I agree.
Because there's like the Costume Mysteries by Diana Valor. There's like only 3 in that, but they're not on
audio.
No.
Yeah. Cody said we could put a poll up on Discord too. I feel like we need to give some options first though, because Cozy, remember Storm has read almost everything for the knockout challenge. Yes, that's true.
Try to, if you guys have anything, throw out suggestions.
Yeah.
We're always open for suggestions.
Is the Enchanted Garden one on audiobook?
Wasn't that one she mentioned?
Yeah, that's what. But you never read that one, so I didn't know.
I skipped that one. I'm sorry. Enchanting Garden. Enchanted.
It's just one of the series that I have on my list here that I was looking at.
Let's see. I missed it. I apologize.
I've only read the first one in that series.
Okay.
For the Enchanted Garden.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. First one is Daisies for Innocence. The Enchanted Garden behind Eliana Albright's perfume shop draws people of all ages with its fragrant flowers and lush greenery. But when the magical serenity is interrupted, it's up to Ellie to sniff out a killer. Ellie's life has blossomed in Poppyville, California, since she opened Sense and Nonsense, a custom-made perfume. Her skills with aromas and botanical essences, some from her very own garden, seem almost supernatural. Her perfumes can evoke emotions, bring about change, or simply make people happy. Customers are flocking to the store to buy her wares or just sit in her beautiful garden, sip tea, and enjoy homemade cookies. But she smells trouble when she learns that her part-time assistant Josie is dating her ex. And before she can tell the young woman to beware of his charms, she finds Josie dead in the Enchanted Garden. Now the prime suspect in Josie's murder, Ellie must search for the real culprit in Josie's past, because it'll take a miracle to nip this problem in the bud.
That sounds good too.
I like that too.
I think that we should just take the suggestions and read them, and then everybody take a couple days and we'll vote on it. Yeah. But that way we have it, and people have plenty of time to get it and
choose and get and find the books
and find it before we start reading. Mm-hmm. Dang, I saw a series that I'd never heard of, but it's I can't find it on audio. I can't find it anywhere, actually. It's the Peggy Jean Turner series. Has anybody heard of that? It says the main character is the mayor of her New England town and owns a hardware store.
No.
There's 3 books in that series, but it's not pulling up anywhere. No.
Cozy said, yes, Storm, I listened to it on audiobook, The Enchanted Garden. Enchanted Garden is very cozy. It is not paranormal, just a sprinkling of grandmother's spirits, but no ghosts.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, because I know I like listened to the first one. I thought that's why I was like, I think it's on audio.
Yeah, that one actually sounds really cozy.
Another one of those. I read the first one, but didn't finish.
Not you.
I feel you. I feel you. Is the Blackbird Sisters 3 books?
Blackburn
It's
Sisters?
It's by Nancy Martin, I think.
Blackburn Sisters?
Blackbird, I think it is.
Oh, Blackbird.
Blackbird, I think. It's by, I think, Nancy Martin.
That's a lot of books.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's 10.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of books. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. Everybody's saying no. A lot of Blackbird. Nope, they're all saying it's a lot, yeah. And not on audiobook. I will check what I have on my list. I mean, not that I have anything better like what you guys have. You guys have all.
I didn't see if we could find it yet, but there's a fun series. It's got 4 in it, but it's called Blue Suede Memphis series. The main character is named Harley Jean Davidson, and she's a tour guide in Memphis. I'm assuming at Graceland, maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's available. I'm checking right now, but that sounds really fun. They all sound great. So I mean,
there's 3 of them in that one.
What's that?
3 of them in that one.
I see 4 of them. If it's by Virginia Brown, and they're only ebooks on Hoopla. So.
Oh man, because it says there's 4 in the series, but
okay.
All of them sound good. I'm gonna be happy with whatever we choose of the ones that we have so far.
Mm-hmm.
Storm, you found the ebooks? I didn't even find those.
Cajun loves them though. The Blackbird Sisters.
Yeah, I've read a few of them a long time ago, and I really liked what I read.
I feel like every cozy I have on my TBR is a food one.
I know.
Why is nothing?
Now we know what you guys like. You're like foodies. You're a bunch of foodies. That's it.
You know what, though? I realized it's probably because those are the ones Tiffany's had suggested over the year, so I've put them on my TBR.
So it's my fault. No.
Yeah, it's all her
I'm in
fault.
a panic why my TBR is just repeating the same 10 books over and over again right now. Wonderful.
Storm, I'm sorry. Did you say you found those on?
There's more than. Yeah. I said if it was the ones by Virginia Brown.
That's who it's by, but it's not pulling up for me. Oh, they're just.
You spelling Suede right?
I got it. Thank you.
Because the first time I spelled it wrong too. So
that's a bummer because those sound kind of fun.
Yeah. What about? Oh wait, I don't know on this one. Hold on. No, that's probably an ongoing series. Oh, and there's never mind.
What was it?
The Murder on Cape Cod one. Have you read that one, Storm, that has murder in it?
No. That's the Maddie Day one, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's on my list of ones I want to try. But
it's good.
Leanna said, and we all love cooking.
That's right, Leanna.
And Cody said, I know a lot of trilogies, just not on.
Except for Stormy. Stormy does not like cooking.
No, she doesn't like cooking. Does not like cooking. I don't know. Honestly, any of the ones that you guys picked out sound good. We don't have to have a huge list to choose from, but it's probably better. It's driving me crazy because every time I come up with a trilogy, they only have the ebooks.
I know. Same thing, Storm. Same thing. Same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't have a lot to choose from because then that just makes it.
Yeah. Makes it harder to.
Mm-hmm. Sherry loves to cook too. Yeah, makes it hard.
I wish I liked to cook. It would probably help me lose weight.
What would be nice is if I didn't like so many foods.
Yeah.
Well, my problem is I don't like to cook, and so therefore, whenever Dad's like, "Hey, let's go get something to eat here," I'm like, "Okay."
Right.
It doesn't take a lot of.
I even do that with Marcus. I'm like, no, we need to plan this meal plan that we're gonna have, and we need to stick to it. And then I'm just like, ugh. You know what would be really good? And he's just like, fine. I'm like, stop giving in to me. Tell me no. No.
Uh-huh.
I know we're past the 8:30 mark. You guys want to do another sprint now? I was meant to do one at 8:30, but all right. What do you guys want to do to the top of the hour?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hill.
Oh, dadgummit.
Yeah, she said even better. Why do all of a sudden these comments all jumped up together at the same time? We all love cooking. I'm just going through these real quick. A lot of trilogies, love to cook. Even better, we love to eat. Yes, that is very true.
Yeah, I like to eat better than cooking.
Mm-hmm. There was a series by L. Brooke White, I think. I'll look it up real quick because we could start at 35.
It's fine.
Brooke is Dead on the Vine, a Finn family farm mystery. There's 2 of those. Dead on the Vine is Charlotte Finn never wanted to inherit the family's produce farm, much less plow a heap of money into it. Her plan is to hammer the great big for sale sign into the farm's fallow furrows, but Charlotte's sunny hopes of a quick sale succumb to killing frost when she finds a dead body entwined. What is with the alliteration here? In the tomato vines. The poor man, it seems, was run through with a pitchfork. Now Charlotte is stuck with running the farm in the midst of a murder investigation. Charlotte's knowledge of farming is smaller than her bank balance, so she relies on caretakers Joe and Alice Wong and the family their farm hands. Can she trust them? She just doesn't know them. There's also farmer Samuel Brown, who still carries a childhood grudge. But the case gets personal when Charlotte learns that the victim might have been her own kin and sees the suspicion grow into fertile fields of suspects. Charlotte turns to the farm's baby pig to help root out the killer. Soon, the goats, geese, and horse join in. But will Charlotte harvest a murder or buy the farm?
Sounds interesting.
That sounds good too.
2 books. I'm trying to see when the second one came out. 2021. So yes, it could still be an ongoing series. Kate McDonald's series by Shelley Freydon is 3 books. Not sure if it's on audio. 2 books isn't really a series, though. If more books come out, we can read it. That's true. And then Cajun is on audiobook. All right. We'll sprint and we'll come back and try to think of a few more, and then maybe we'll just put up a poll and see what everybody wants to do. Maybe not.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Let's get some reading done. Tiffany, take it away.
All right. Happy reading, everyone.
How'd you guys do?
Excellent. I finished.
Yay!
Yay.
How'd you do, Storm?
I didn't really get much read. I only got 1% read. I went downstairs because I was kind of hungry. We went to Texas Roadhouse and ate.
Ooh, yum.
And I'm not a big steakhouse person, so I had a burger and fries. But it was a lot. And then, our friend that was with us ordered one of those onion blossoms for an appetizer. So we ate that and rolls and then all that. So I was really full whenever I got home and everything. So I never ate supper. And so I got had the munchies. So I went downstairs and got a banana and some almonds. And while I was down there, I asked Dad about the squirrel. And he's like, well, I haven't seen it. Well, Dresden was with me and Dresden kept sniffing around over in this one corner. And I'm like, what? I was like, oh, we found a squirrel.
Oh my goodness.
Squirrel saga still going because Dresden got excited. It got excited and it started running. Dresden was running. I was jumping around because it's only this big.
Right.
It's a little gray squirrel. And yes, and Dad has so much stuff because he has his reloading stuff that he has, and then he's got all these drawers and all these cabinets and everything, and it's just a mess over there. And so it's like squirrel hideaway.
Right.
I'm like, we'll never be able to find it in the mix of all this junk.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So it's still
going on.
Yep, it's still at large.
To be continued.
Yeah.
Hannah's with us now.
Hey, Hannah.
Finished her work shift. Cozy said, Wedding Planner Mystery by Rachel Christensen. 3 books. Last one was released in 2016. All on Hoopla audiobook.
Okay.
Should we check that one out? Even though I'm whatever you guys want to do.
Please pull it up.
Wedding Planner.
A lot of mine that are short are historical mysteries, which I know a lot of people don't like. And then I'm like, or I can't find them on audiobook. I'm like,
yeah. Cozy said all the ebooks are on Scrib too.
Oh, perfect. So she said, so this one, the first one is Diamond Rings Are Deadly Things.
Ooh.
Adriel Piper knows how to plan a wedding, and she's especially good at pleasing bridezillas. But when her biggest client and best friend is murdered just 3 days before her wedding, Adri's world falls apart. She moves to the resort town of Sun Valley, Idaho, and starts from scratch. Thanks to Adri's impeccable taste and unique style, she lands 2 celebrity clients, and her business seems headed for success. That is, until someone vandalizes the specialty wedding dresses she imported from overseas. The race is on to uncover a secret hidden within the yards of satin and lace before Adri becomes the next victim. With a delightful blend of mystery, toe-curling kisses, humor, and spine-tingling thrills, Diamond Rings Are Deadly Things is a romantic suspense novel that will keep you turning pages long into the night.
Okay.
That sounds good as well.
So I have 3 here, but the third one came out in 2021, so it could be an ongoing. I don't know, but all 3 are on audio on Hoopla, and it's the Alora Bishop mystery. And it's by Grace Topping. Staging is Murder is the first one.
You want to read it?
No.
Okay. I'll read it then. Staging is Murder. Alora Bishop.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth. She's coming from her nativity.
Yay! It's good to see you.
All right, we got Laura Bishop just nabbed her first decorating commission, staging for sale a 19th century mansion that hasn't been updated for decades. But when a body falls from a laundry chute and lands at Laura's feet, replacing flowered wallpaper becomes the least of her duties. To clear her young assistant of the murder and save her fledgling business, Laura is determined to find the killer. Turns out it's not as easy as renovating a manor home, especially with two handsome men complicating her mission. The police detective assigned to the case and the real estate agent trying to save the manse from foreclosure. Worse still, the meddling of a horoscope-guided friend, a determined grandmother, and a local funeral director could get them all killed before Laura props the first pillow. That sounds like a lot of fun, too.
Oh my gosh, you guys are giving me too many choices. I don't know how I'm going to vote because they all sound good.
I'm going to go up real quick. Were those all on audio, too?
Yeah. They're on Hoopla on audio. So
perfect. I like that one, too. That sounds like a good option. Sherry said, listen to another 5%. Yay, Tiffany.
Nice.
Cajun did 13%.
Wow, Cajun. That's awesome.
And hi to Elizabeth. Cozy, sounds good. I will read that next year, even if we don't do it as a group. Hi, Elizabeth. Cozy, you will have to send me what you found, Storm. I can't write them down right now. Sherry, we're saying hi to everybody. Hannah, how far are we? Lee and Tiffany with Mistletoe, Moussaka, and Murder.
I just finished mine in that last sprint. This is the first time since book 2, I think, that I finished before the day of. I've always finished, but it's been on the day of. It takes me so long to read an ebook.
Yeah. I am about halfway through at this point. So I'll get there. Cozy, that was for the wedding planner one. She'll read that one next year. I think both of them actually sound good. So
everything we've read has sounded
yeah.
fun.
I like the Laura Bishop one. Sounds good too. So gotta make some plans. Yes, that's yay for you, Tiffany. Apparently, Hannah, if I don't read it, finish it by tomorrow, I'm gonna get put in a timeout. So you know, I will finish it by then.
Choices and behaviors have consequences.
You're absolutely right, Miss Tiffany. You're right. So, no, I'll get it done. I was just trying to get the other one done because that one on Hoopla, we could do sprints after wrestling. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And it's only an hour wrestling tonight, so I'm good after that. I was just trying to finish that other one because I only had 19 hours left on Hoopla, but I guess I can also just re-download it. I know it's a sin, but I don't use my credits like you guys do.
I re-download things all the time when I don't get it done, so I try not to. I try to finish them, but sometimes I just have to.
Yeah, I don't use anywhere near all my credits ever, so.
Oh my gosh.
I don't use all of mine. I've been thinking about, like, there's like movies and like TV shows you can like watch and things to use them, so I don't feel bad about not using them.
And Hannah goes, LOL. And that's why April likes Roe more. If she actually knew, though, that Tiffany only really is just doing cozies now, too, that might change your mind. But
well, and I mean, all of my threats are completely empty, so she shouldn't be too scared.
I'm not. Cozy, would you recommend the bicycle one? Yes, I would. I was a little hesitant. I was like, maybe this is going to be boring, but no, I actually really enjoyed it. So yes, I would recommend it. That's like the Cycle Path one by Duffy Brown.
Oh,
okay. Every time you say it.
Yeah, I know.
The Cycle Path. It was funny. I was doing a video for Mr. Francie before. Hold on, I gotta find out what the last line of it, because I had to redo this 3 times. Hold on. What was the book? The last sentence, I said, oh, let me read to you what the book is about. And the last line is, keep you breathless until the final shocking twist. But between final and shocking, I kept saying a different word. I just every time couldn't stop saying the wrong word. I'm like,
it happens a lot. At least to me it does.
Right. I'm like, okay, so we're gonna have to redo that one. So how was that? Out of all of the Christmas books that you guys, everybody, has read so far in December, what has been your favorite one? I know you're reading one right now, Storm. So
Yeah.
Flashing through the snow.
yeah,
Probably the Sleigh Bells Ring by Rayanne thing.
you really like that one too. That's a good one.
Yeah, but really I haven't read that many Christmas ones, and all the Christmas ones I've read, I mean, they were okay, but they weren't favorites. Like, well, I had in the In Peril one, or whatever, In Peppermint Peril.
Yeah.
Then the Tina Cashian one, and then the It's beginning to look a lot like Murder, which it was better. I think the series is getting a little bit better, and I like that one probably more than the other books in that series. It's still not like going to be like the favorite of the month. So
Right.
So I just left the Sleigh Bells Ring because that's the only other one.
There you go.
Process of elimination.
What was I going to say?
There you go.
One of the Christmas books, I thought of you, but I couldn't remember when I was doing the video because one of the cozy spotlight Christmases has an old truck on the cover.
Oh yeah.
I do like that though too, with the old truck like that, and they have a Christmas tree in the back. I like that.
Yeah, it's on one of the cozy covers, and I was like, "Oh man, this should be a Storm read."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do have to say my favorite. Well, I mean, I've only really this one and the Musaka Murder, but I did like Dear Santa a lot.
Yeah, so far, I'm liking it so far.
Her books are always good.
That's it. It's just like that typical. I mean, yes, is it very typical? Yeah, but like that's just like that feel good type of Debbie May Comer books. Hannah said Apple Cider Slang was
That is a good one.
Elizabeth still has 10 or 11 chapters left of Musaka. I gotta hurry or I won't get it done.
Well, you'll be in good company in the timeout room.
With me. So for my favorite Christmas book has been Amelia and the Purloined Presents, Amelia Fantastica Misadventures. I don't know that one.
Okay.
Is that like Amelia Bedelia? I don't know. I'm going to look it up right now.
I don't know who Amelia Bedelia is. Who's that?
I don't know. It's just a kid's thing I heard about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had never heard of it, so I didn't know.
Well, that was like when CJ was younger and I took her to New York and we had ridden the horse-drawn carriage through Central Park. And then we were crossing over by the plaza and she was like, what is her name? Something at the plaza? Damn, I just already forgot it.
Eloise. I do know that.
Eloise at the plaza. And I had no idea what she was. I was like, who's Eloise? And she looked at me like I was the stupidest person. She's like, Eloise at the plaza. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I still don't know who that is. She was like so annoyed with me about that.
I had to look up Amelia Bedelia because I'm like, I know that name. But, yeah.
I know the name. I just don't know.
Yeah, I think I've read like one of them. That's why I was like, I know this.
Oh, no, this is like a cozy mystery. Okay, cool. Nice. And that was her favorite one. Okay. Sherry, haven't read my Christmas scavenger hunt book yet, but I'm guessing I'll love it because it's Meg Laneslow.
Oh, okay.
I would guess you wouldn't like it because of that, but that's just my opinion of not having read any of her things. Or no, that's Hannah Swenson. Never mind. Ignore me. Now I kind of want to look at that the Amelia ones. Fantastica. It kind of sounds fun. And it says her first book was called And All I Got Was the Headache. And her name is Amelia Pomeroy Fitzgerald Fantastica. Like that almost sounds very middle grade to me though, but it
kind of does, but that sounds fun. I mean,
yeah, it sounds like a cozy. I mean, it says cozy though, so very, very nice.
All I got was the headaches. That's funny.
Yeah. All I got was the headache. That's fun. I think it sounds cute. So it was very, very Christmassy and so sweet.
Aww.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a mouthful. That's why I was like, okay, she's got one of those very like whimsical names.
Yeah, it's kind of.
And she has a fairy godmother and an inept one. See, that does sound very cute. That
sounds hilarious.
Yeah, that sounds really cute.
I don't know how I'd never heard of this.
Yeah, that's what I said. It is by Anne Avery.
Huh.
Yeah, it's got it down for like fantasy fiction, mystery, cozy mystery, fantasy paranormal, and then mystery, paranormal mystery. That's what it says. It's all the
Cajun. Tell us how much paranormal there is in it. Is it just the fairy godmother? Because I could handle that, or is there more?
Oh, she said it was a gift from my elfster. That's very cool.
Excellent.
Cool. Very nice. And she said very, very little paranormal.
Okay. Okay, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to put it on my Goodreads. So can you tell me the author one more time?
Anne Avery. Anne with 2 N's.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And an E.
Yes. A-N-N-E.
And with an E. Isn't that like
that's a TV. The Netflix show, yeah.
Oh, I have seen this before. Okay. I've seen this before. I just didn't recognize. Got it.
A fairy godmother who can't use her wand right.
Oh, that
sounds fun.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. That does sound cute. I'm trying to think of Anne with an E. That's like the Anna Green Gables thing, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I know there's the movie or the show that they have, the newer version or something is Anne with an E or something like that.
Yeah, I think that one's on Netflix, maybe Hulu. Maybe that's why I've been slacking with my reading, because I've been into The Handmaid's Tale lately.
Oh, yeah.
Got all wrapped up in that. Went to my friend's yesterday for our Christmas dinner, and we wound up watching 3 episodes.
I've never watched that.
I haven't either. But my husband was really into it.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a rough show at times. So
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. So Storm, are you going to do, I was going to say Handmaid's Tale, are you going to do Count of Monte Cristo for January for sure, and then pick from your TBR jar for the rest of the year? Okay.
Yeah, if I know there's a book, I know there's a classic book that I want to read, then I'm not going to pick from my TBR. I'll probably just do that one. But since I know this one was like something that we already discussed and we were going to buddy read, I was like, just get that one out of the way.
Exactly.
And then I could do, I've been trying to, I've got a few books written down, like that I'm going to print out, and then I'm going to cut them and put them in my little jar. But
so if somebody else came along and said, hey, let's do this book for a certain month, would you just skip pulling it and just buddy read that one within that month? Okay. So that makes sense.
I've taken a bunch of suggestions from people of books that they liked or are curious about or wanted to read. Some of these are pretty hefty, so it's like, if they're thin books, then maybe I could try to do 2 in a month. If they're like huge, then like I put, I know I'm going to get aggravated at it probably, but I put Gone with the Wind on here.
Oh, that's rough. That is rough.
And like I have like the 3 Musketeers and
I think I might have that.
Maybe Wuthering Heights. And
you haven't read that one already?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I've only read one Bronte sister, and it was Jane Eyre.
Okay.
So I was like, I should probably try some of the other ones. I put Crime and Punishment on here because I know Nancy said she enjoyed it. So I thought, well,
I have that one on here as well.
And War and Peace, I'm kind of curious about it, but I looked at it at the used bookstore, and that thing is like huge. I was like, oh my god.
I did originally think about that, but I definitely didn't put it on this list.
Yeah.
Were you the one that suggested the Moonstone, or was that Breezy?
It was probably Breezy, but I have the Moonstone, and that's one that I want to read that's going in the jar. Okay. And I'm putting it as classics / old books, because I know like some of these might not be considered classic.
Right.
Just because they're old doesn't mean they're classic.
True. No, you're right.
So I was like, I'll just put it that way, because like I've never read The Princess Bride, and that's like I think that one's from like the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, technically, that's a pretty old book nowadays. So.
Right. Right.
Oh, that Storm.
Listen,
Right.
my friend told me he's like 91, whatever. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go get my classic plates for him. I'm like, classic for what? And I was like, oh, wow, that really is like a classic car now, something from the 90s.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
We're classics.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it.
Hannah, I am going to be starting episode 8, I believe. So at this point, you guys aren't going to watch it, so I can just speak freely.
Yeah.
So at this point, I already knew right in episode 1, I knew that her husband wasn't dead. And we've just watched the episode where her husband was given the letter that she's still alive. So that's where the episode ended. That's where I'm at right now.
Hannah, why will you never read Gone with the
I was
Wind?
just going to go down here and see some of those. She goes, to never read.
Well, I tell you what, I've watched the movie. I know how it ends. But I figured I should at least try the book.
Elizabeth loves Gone with the Wind.
Nice.
There's more substance to the book than the movie, probably. But I just remember watching my mom, oh, you've got to watch this. You've got to watch it. And then I was like, you made me watch this? Because at the end, I was like, no, it's not supposed to end that way.
I remember it was for my 7th grade, like social studies or history class or whatever. But that year, for one of the classes, we watched Gone with the Wind and the movie Roots. And that took us through like a lot, because we only read it like one time a week for that one class. So like that kind of was like our whole year of just like watching those 2 movies in that class the whole year. So
that's a good class.
Yeah, it's just like everybody's like, it's okay, it's fine. Like a little bit rough maybe for 7th graders, but I don't know. We got through it. Hannah goes off a Goodreads classic list. JB, is Count of Monte Cristo, is that a buddy read?
Yes.
Me and Storm are going to read that for January.
And Sherry.
Oh, and Sherry, yes.
And anybody else who is very ambitious and wants to read it.
Welcome to come along. Cozy.
Well, that's why I was trying to make my buddy reads list, like try to put it out there earlier on my Discord so that if anybody wanted to join in, they could. Because like Mr. Francie, he's like, I would join, but you don't put them out fast enough so that, because he has to purchase the book and all this kind of things because he doesn't read ebooks and stuff like that. So.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
But he's read The Count of Monte Cristo, so he's like, I can join in on the conversation.
There you go.
I was like, there you go.
Exactly. Cozy said, I feel like I've ran a marathon, but the chicken and dumplings are cooking.
Excellent.
Yay. Very good. I bet you it's going to be delicious. Like, isn't it a trip to see Rory on that show? Oh, yeah. She plays a totally different character on this show.
Wait, Rory from Gilmore Girls is in
Handmaid's Tale.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I also didn't know until very recently that she was married to the guy from Mad Men.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Didn't know that. I don't know why I would. I don't follow people enough to, I mean, since I don't know her personally, I don't really.
Right. Like you guys aren't friends. I love Roots too. It's epic. Yeah. It was really good. I mean, I'm glad that we watched both of those at that time and kind of also just showed you 2 different
if anybody has any classic suggestions, you can like let me know and I'll write it in my little list.
Hey Breezy.
Hi Breezy.
I was just talking about you. I was asking, were you the one that recommended Moonstone to me to read for a classic recommendation?
I just wrote that down on mine because I was like, oh, I hadn't wrote that one down on mine yet. But I actually have that book, so I was like, I need to write that down.
Perfect. Sherry, I'm planning on reading Roots next year. Oh, okay. Man, you guys are picking some epic and large books on here. Cozy said, my favorite Christmas read this month was A Cajun Christmas Killing by Ellen Byron.
Favorite series.
Is it really?
It's one of my favorite series.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yes, and it ended this year. It's so sad. So I like read the last one and it was like really bittersweet, but it's like one that she knew she was ending the series, and so she got to end the series, so it doesn't just like drop off.
Right.
Like there's actually kind of like an epilogue type thing of like what happened to like everybody is.
That's nice.
So I really liked. Yeah. So I really liked how it ended. It was really cool.
I think Storm, this is a recommendation for you.
Yeah, what in the world? I can't even pronounce that, let alone read it.
Elizabeth, I remember watching Roots when it came out, but I read the book a few years ago. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched it again since, seventh grade.
Cool too.
Yeah. Hannah, I'm using Nancy's reading plan to get through my classics. That's what I think we're going to do for.
Yeah, that's what we're doing with this one. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Breezy, I read it for Victober and thought it was interesting. I'm looking forward to another Wilkie Collins next year. I'm going to try The Woman in White. People seem to like it more than The Moonstone. Okay.
I was trying to think of the classics because the reason I read so many classics in school is because our honors English senior year, our honors English was classics or classic novels. And I think my favorite was, especially because it's underrated, I think, because you never hear about it, is One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich.
I read that one.
That was so good. Have you read it?
Yeah.
I knew you just said you had. Storm, have you read it?
I have not.
I really, I think that's underrated as a classic. I thought it was great. Did you like it?
I did like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
My computer's acting up, so if I go like where you can't see me, then that's or something.
Okay. The picture's frozen, right? Oh, you're back.
Yeah, that's why it says it's not responding, but I can't like go anywhere. So
Gotcha.
It's telling me I was trying to do too many things at once. This computer is very finicky.
Well, I was going to ask you guys because I need to wrap up for 10. If at 30, if you guys want to do like 20 minutes or not.
Storm says, I'm going to hop off because Kevin's going to be calling me.
Okay.
But I was just waiting to see. I hate to leave you with Storm's frozen. I'm sorry.
I know. That's what I'm going to see if she's coming back. If not,
yeah.
Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm good with whatever y'all's gonna do. I can just shut it down and not worry about it if you're gonna hop off.
I mean, if you want to, we can do one more if you want, or we can wrap it up now. Either way, it's up to you guys.
Oh, don't take me into account because I know that he's gonna be calling, so I am gonna hop off. But
it's up to you, whatever you want to do, Storm. Because I figure do 20 minutes and then I'm gonna wrap up anyway.
Okay, well, yeah, we can go ahead and do a 20-minute one, and then I can just restart my computer. Well,
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So we could do that at that one. I'm just saying. And Hannah said, like the classic that Lee said she didn't was The Great Gatsby. Oh, that's the classic. You like that. I know that it's most people like Great Gatsby. Most people hold it into this super high regard. I just don't see it. I don't see it.
It's one I think I would like to try, but I don't know how I think. What I think.
I agree in the sense like I read it, I enjoyed it, but I definitely think it's overhyped in terms of like what it was. It was okay. It was an okay read. I didn't hate it, but I certainly don't think it's like the classic that a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And the same with like The Catcher. There's a few that I think that are fine, decent books, but I don't necessarily think for me that they're like, oh, amazing. So
anybody read The Animal Farm? Do they like it?
Oh my gosh. It scared the bejesus out of me.
I didn't read it.
Hold on,
because I was curious about it.
I haven't read the whole thing. It was like one of those like in our actual English textbook in like 8th or 9th grade where it's like an excerpt of it, like 4 chapters or something like that. It was in the textbook. But it's oh my gosh, it's freaky. It scared me. Didn't.
I'm just gonna say goodnight to Cozy. She's gonna rest. I hope you feel better, especially for tomorrow. Yeah, we said that one already. And then Hannah, I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Wasn't my favorite.
I completely agree.
Elizabeth, I don't get the appeal of Gatsby. Neither do I.
And Sherry, the same way. I think I started to say that The Catcher in the Rye. I didn't hate it, but I certainly didn't think, for me, that it's the like. Whew. And Lord of the Flies, same thing. I thought it was a decent read, but I didn't get all the hype on any three of those books.
Lord of the Flies is one that I don't really care if I read.
Yeah,
I read it.
I know the premise of it. I know what happens. And I don't.
I read it. It was good. It wasn't amazing or anything like that.
I mean, there are books that I read and I was like, wow, but some of those I just don't understand why they made it. But then other people love them, so that's why. But
An Animal Farm is by George Orwell, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, 1984 was enough for me. I don't. You're not getting a second chance, sir. Sorry.
I did not put that one on my list.
Yeah, it's like I'm not.
Yeah, Elizabeth says it's worth reading. I didn't hate it. It's animal. I didn't hate Animal Farm. Even I mean, it seriously freaked me out.
Yeah.
My 8th grade self could not handle it, and I don't know if my adult self can handle it, but certainly 8th or freshman. I don't know what grade, but
did anyone?
I've never read that.
Watership Down. I've never even heard of that.
Watership Down.
Yeah.
It's on my list. I know some people that have told me that I need to read it. It's about rabbits.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. It's like 9:31. You guys want to do that last sprint? I know Tiffany, you're hopping off right now.
And then I'll like restart my computer.
Okay. You're good now though. If you honestly,
I can't see anything though.
Oh,
I have
okay.
like it's a blank screen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was like, you can still hear me?
Yes. 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 All right, cool. So we will read till 50.
Sure.
All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Lee, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Happy reading.
Thank you. I had to finish that last chapter.
I was like, I finished my chapter like a little bit early, and I was like, I'm not starting another one. I'm just gonna wait.
Sometimes I'm like that too. I'm like, I'll just do something else for right now.
Yeah, so I got to 29%, so not too bad.
Okay, well on mine it says I mean I still have a lot to go, but it says I'm 269 out of 444. So there's commercials during wrestling and then there's sprints after wrestling. I'll get it done.
Yeah, you can do it.
I'm not getting put in timeout.
I guessed who the killer was, but it was not until pretty close to whenever everything got figured out. But I was like, yeah, I got it.
I have 2 people in mind, but we'll see if it's either one of them.
They all had, reasons to.
Yes.
It's really hard to figure out.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like I do think that with I hate when it's like, I forget what book it was, but it was like, oh, the first person we suspected, and like that's who it was. I'm like, I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Give me something to think about. And I do like that Eloise is in this one again because she like is really some of the comic relief of this one. Cheryl said I didn't like Watership Down, and Hannah said I dated a guy who wanted me to read it last year and then wanted me to watch the movie. That movie was terrifying. Just you guys saying it's about rabbits kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, it's like about a rabbit universe type thing or something. Like they're all just like rabbits, and they. It's an older gentleman that goes to our coffee deal at Denny's, and he asked me if I'd read it, and I was like, no, and he's like, you should read it, and I was like, okay, so I put it on my list.
I'm curious to see what all you'll have read by the end of the year. Cajun read 9%, Hannah 59%, and books can be deceiving.
Yay!
How are you liking that? I'm not going to say or not liking because how can you not like it? Okay, I'm plowing through Addie LaRue. I absolutely love it. I will finish it before bed. Oh, nice.
And you just like started that like.
That's what I feel like. That's a big book too. Yeah. Big book. Yeah. So, all right, let's wrap it up because I need to also eat something. I didn't even eat dinner yet. So.
Oh, yeah, better do it then. Yeah. Go enjoy your wrestling and.
Yes.
Why is it only an hour?
I don't know. I wish they would make it 2 hours. This is like the second show they added to this wrestling company, so it's only an hour for now. But I'm hoping it really gives you no time. It's like, oh, it starts up a couple matches and it's over, and it's like,
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, there can't be a whole lot, especially because they talk a lot in between.
Right. So it's like, okay, I think there's like 3 or 4 matches on this one, but at least they make them happen. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyway,
Hannah really likes it.
She really likes. Oh, good! Yay! Yay! Such a good series, and I feel like this last book was just like especially really good for that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Once you get
bye. See you tomorrow.
I will see you tomorrow. I will see everybody else tomorrow. Thank you for stopping by.